Can you beat Pokémon Shield using a single Shiny Phantump? That's the question I set out to answer at the beginning of this journey. It's been smooth sailing for most of this challenge so far, with a few roadblocks along the way, such as not paying attention to my levels when battling against Milo, resulting in Phantump completely ignoring me, Morningsmore Pico absolutely giving me the chomp, and of course, Kabu forcing me to experience a literal living hell. But I've still had a lot of fun doing this, and before continuing this challenge, I would like to mention that this is the second part of our Shiny Phantump only journey, and if you'd like to check out the first part, it'll be linked in the top right hand corner of this video, as well as the description down below. But with all of that out of the way, my name is Serentix, and let's continue trying to beat Pokémon Shield using only Shiny Phantump. With 3 badges in hand, we journeyed across the wild area toward Hammerlock, where we were met with Bede, and fortunately, we didn't have to fight him, as he had a meeting with Chairman Rose that he had to get to. Now that we made it to Hammerlock, Chairman Rose is there to greet us wearing interesting attire. He tells us to head to the stadium where we learn about some stuff that I honestly didn't pay attention to, and then meet up with Leon. We then head east where we meet up with Raihan, and then Sonia decides to tell us about some Galarian lore, which again I didn't really pay attention to. But with that fresh knowledge in our heads, it was time to head off toward the next gym. But of course, we get interrupted by some Team Yell grunts who don't want us to wake up Basilicobra. Phantump easily takes out Stunky in just a few uses of Horn Leech, but got absolutely thrashed by his Linoon. But we were able to take it out on the second attempt, but unfortunately, the second Grunt's Liepard was able to take out Phantump, sending us right back to the Pokemon Center. I actually ended up losing to the first Grunt Stunky on the next attempt, which prompted me to give Phantump a Miracle Seed to make its Grass-type moves stronger. After doing that, I had absolutely no problem taking out all of their Pokemon, allowing Phantump to grow to level 41. I do want to apologize for being so over-leveled, but that's what happens when it takes over 10 hours to beat Kabu with a single Grass-type Pokemon. But with that being said, I will try my best to avoid unnecessary trainer battles from this point on, so that the levels will even out as to not make the game too easy later on. However, Anita is a required battle, so I didn't have much of a choice here. Her Clefairy went down in one hit, while her Clefable took a few more, but Phantump was able to defeat them without any issues whatsoever. We made our way up the ladder, skipping all of the trainers along the way until I reached Duncan. By using Bulldoze, Phantump was able to take out his Coughing with little to no effort, and would have one-shot Sudowoodo using Horn Leech if it wasn't for Sturdy. But Phantump still took it out in the next turn, to nobody's surprise. Now that Duncan was defeated, we made our way past the Diglett Shrine and into Stow-on-Side, where Hop was waiting for us. Hop's Cramorant went down in a single hit, as well as his Drizzile, Silicobra, and Toxel. At this point, I felt really bad for being as high of a level as I was, but like I said, the levels will even out later on, so it's not too big a deal in the long run. With Hop defeated, it was time to take on the Ghost-type gym, where we got to experience the most fun yet terrifying looking teacup ride I think I've ever seen in my life. Phantump took out Pumpkaboo in 2 hits, while the insignificant non-shiny Phantump went down after a single attack. The next Pumpkaboo went down in 1 hit as well, along with this poor Corsola. However, Phantump lost to Haunter, sending us back to the Pokemon Center to try again. On the second attempt, by using Phantom Force, we were able to take out Haunter in a single hit. Drifblim didn't go down quite as easily, but still went down from using Phantom Force, followed by Horn Leech. Along the way, Phantump grew to level 42, as well as level 43, and now it was time to take on Alistair. His Yamask went down after a single use of Phantom Force, as well as his Corsola. And next, I used Horn Leech to break through his Mimikyu's disguise, then followed up with 2 uses of Phantom Force to take it out. However, his G-Max Gengar was able to take out Phantump on the very next turn, but on the next attempt, by using Horn Leech against his other Pokemon to regain some health, Phantump was able to survive Max Phantasm, which allowed it to take out Gengar in a single move, thus securing the victory, and allowing us to obtain our 4th gym badge. Afterwards, Sonia greets us as we leave the gym, and we make our way up some stairs toward Ancient Art, where we're met with Bede. By using Phantom Force, we were able to sweep his entire team, while Phantump grew to level 45. Then Chairman Rose makes an appearance and condemns Bede, while Sonia makes some realizations about Galar's legendary heroes. With that out of the way, we enter Glimwood Tangle, where we pick up a big root just in case I need it later on, and made our way through the rest of the forest to enter Ballinley. I have no idea if that's actually how you pronounce it. Please don't flame me in the comments. We instantly make our way to the fairy-type gym where we meet the gym leader Opal. Phantump was able to take out Spritzy, Slurpuff, and Swirlix with a single hit to each. At this point, I decided to purposely choose the incorrect answers as to make it a little more difficult for me, since Phantump was still pretty overleveled at this point. Phantump was able to take out Aromatisse in just 2 attacks, but was eventually defeated by Morgrim. On the next attempt, though, I chose to use Hornleech instead, which proved very useful with the Miracle Seed, as Phantump took it out in just 1 hit. However, Gardevoir decided to use Mystical Fire, which completely obliterated Phantump. On the next attempt, we got lucky with Gardevoir's attacks and were able to take it out in 2 turns. Now it was time to go up against Opal, and this fight actually gave me a fair amount of trouble, even while being overleveled. Due to Phantump being weak from the previous battle, Weezing took it out with little to no effort, but on the second attempt by using Phantom Force, Phantump took it out just as easily, only to die to poison against Mawile. After defeating Weezing again, Phantump grew to level 47, which helped a little bit, but not much, since Mawile ended up taking out Phantump using Crunch. At this point, I decided I should probably go get the Eviolite, which, if you don't know, increases defense and special defense as long as the Pokemon holding it isn't fully evolved yet. I replaced Phantump's Miracle Seed with it and hoped it would allow us to secure victory, and it definitely helped as Phantump was able to take out Weezing and Mawile while taking less damage than before. Togekiss took it out on the very next turn as Phantump had still taken a decent amount of damage from the previous Pokemon. On the next try, by using Hornleech more strategically, Phantump was able to keep enough HP to prevent getting destroyed by Togekiss, and by using Phantom Force was able to take it out very easily. Then it was on to Opal's final Pokemon, Alchemy, which gave Phantump little to no problems as it went down after 2 Max Phantasms. Phantump grew to level 49 upon defeating it, and we were able to claim our 5th gym badge. Afterwards, we went with Opal back to Hammerlock, and we make our way toward the stadium where Opal displays an interest in Bede's color choice and completely ignores his personal space. But we were now ready to head west of Hammerlock, only to be stopped by Hop once again. His Trevenant went down instantly, while his Heatmore took 2 hits of Bulldoze to go down. However, by using Crunch, his Bolton took out Phantump, which meant we had to give it another try. On the second attempt, the same thing happened, and on the third attempt, Phantump grew to level 50 upon defeating Heatmore, but it wasn't enough to allow Phantump to endure Bolton's Crunch. I decided to exclusively use Phantom Force against Trevenant and Heatmore on the next try, which allowed Phantump to remain at full health so Crunch wouldn't one-shot it. Then I used Bulldoze to one-shot Bolton. I used Hornleech on Inteleon, which completely destroyed it, and it was down to Hop's Snorlax. It took a few turns to take it down, but Phantump was able to do so without any issues at all. Now that Hop had been defeated, it was time to make our way to the next gym, skipping all the trainers along the way with the exception of Joanna, as she is a required battle. Her Roselia went out instantly, as well as her Hatchrim. Unfortunately, I accidentally ran into Barbara. Taking out her Dreepy was no problem, but her Volibee put up a bit more of a fight, but still went down after a few turns. With that out of the way, we made our way across the snowy bridge and into Sirchester, where we went straight into the gym. I wasn't able to skip the first 2 gym trainers, unfortunately, but I was able to sneak by the third, but just barely. Now that we made it through the gym, it was time to take on Melanie. Her Frostmoth was no problem to take out, but her Darmanitan absolutely thrashed Phantump over and over and over again. This gym battle gave me almost as much trouble as Kabu did, which I was expecting since it's an Ice-type gym and Phantump is a Grass-type Pokemon, but it was still very frustrating to deal with. Sometimes I would make it past Darmanitan and would be able to take out Ice-Q, other times I wouldn't be able to take out Ice-Q, and sometimes I just couldn't get past Darmanitan at all. Regardless though, even if I managed to get past all of her Pokemon except for Lapras, Phantump had sustained so much damage by that point that Lapras just absolutely destroyed it. So eventually, I did have to resort to EV training. I decided to EV train physical defense, which allowed Phantump to take Icicle Crash without taking too much damage, which allowed Phantump to take out Ice-Q. But just barely. With only 11 HP remaining, her Lapras took out Phantump once again no problem at all. Eventually, by using different combinations of moves and also Dynamaxing a little bit earlier, did allow Phantump to finally take out Lapras, allowing us to defeat Melanie and obtain our 6th gym badge. And with the ice badge added to our collection, it was time to head off to Spikemuth. But that will be a trial for the next part of our Shiny Phantump only run. As I mentioned at the beginning, the first part of this run is already on the channel. If you want to check it out, it'll be linked down in the description or in the top right-hand corner of the video. The next and final part will also be linked down in the description as soon as it's released. I do want to apologize for taking so long to get this video out. I've been having issues with Premiere over the last few months, but I was finally able to put this video together for you guys. I do hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, do feel free to leave a like, as I'd really appreciate it. And if you really enjoyed, do consider subscribing so you don't miss the next part once it's uploaded. Also, if you do like shiny Pokemon, I do live shiny hunting over on Twitch, so if you're interested, it'll be linked down in the description. Feel free to head over there, drop a follow. We'd love to have you. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I wish you the best of luck in your shiny hunting endeavors.